Hello everybody. It's a little while since we've been on the internet with you. I've tried to get a bit of equipment that means I can pause and do things, but I recorded all of this and then lost it. So here we go again. I hope you've been enjoying yourselves at Easter. Hope you've had a good time, maybe eating eggs, looking for eggs. But I want to show you something that's got something to do with Easter, and we'll find that about that when we do the story later on. I don't know if you know what these are. A few here. There you go, that's the best way to look at them. They are, in fact, runner beans that have gone old and dried up. But if you open them up, you'll find something inside of them that's very important. Oh, there's a little one in there. Oh, it just dropped on the table. See if there's one in this bigger one. Here we go. Oh, can you see it? Oh, that one dropped on the table as well. What they are, in fact, is little dried runner beans. They look very dead. They look as though nothing can happen to them, that they're just a waste of time. But they're not, because I've been collecting them. And there's some bigger, nicer, fatter ones in this jar. And what I did a week ago was plant some of them. I didn't plant them in the ground. I planted them in a flower pot. So I got a flower pot like this and put some damp paper and some water in it and the beans at the side, and then I waited for things to happen. You can see, can't you? There's shoots coming out of that one. There's a little one down there that's just about to shoot. And there's one round here that's a bit bigger with shoots going up. Now, waiting even longer than that, and this is what happened. You can see it's still in its jam jar, and there it is, grown all the way up as big as that. There's the roots at the bottom, and the bean growing up nice and tall. Well, you can't leave it in that jar because there's not enough for it to eat. So what I did yesterday was plant one of them in a flower pot. And that I'll wait in there until it gets a bit bigger, and then I'll put it into the garden. But all of that came from one of these seeds here that looks quite dead. But there's life in it. Life in a dead seed. And hopefully when that grows, I'll have some nice runner beans to eat with my dinner. You can get other seeds. Doesn't have to be runner beans. I got some seeds from some flowers. These come up, they're called African marigolds, and they come up very pretty. But the head of the flower died, and instead of a flower head you get this. And inside of there are lots of little seeds that look like this. Oops. Difficult to see, isn't it? But there's one. And what I'm going to do is plant those out today or tomorrow in a pot. Those, you can't plant these in a jam jar. You have to plant those in some earth because they need the earth to grow. So I'm going to plant some of those out, and I might plant some of these. Oh, there. Oh, look. That's not what they look like inside the packet, but that's what they'll look like when they come up and flower. They're called sweet peas. But this is going to grow into that sweet pea. Can you see it? Oh, it's very small. Ooh, I'm not very good at this filming, am I? There you go. One little pea to go in to grow as a sweet pea. When I was young, 7 or 8, I had an apple to eat. And when I'd finished the apple, I took the pips out and I put one in the garden to plant. And it took a long time, but that pip that I put in the garden grew into a big apple tree. Now maybe you can think of something that's got a seed or a pip that you can take. You might need to dry it first and then you can plant it. A melon seed perhaps, an apple pip. Oh, there's all sorts of things that you might be able to find that you can grow. And when you grow them, you can take a picture of them, or when we go back to Girls Brigade, perhaps you'll be able to show us the things that you've grown. If you can't grow it outside because you haven't got a garden, then you may be able to find a little pot and you can grow it inside on your window ledge or somewhere like that. Maybe as well during this time is a good time to make your garden look good, so you can help your mums and your dads tidy it up and make it all nice and looking beautiful, ready for the summer.